I want to ask you this. Obviously, you talk to these players all the time, and you were in this locker room post-game. Tell me what the emotion was like and what went down after the game.
Yeah, Steph Curry was really saddened, and it had nothing to do with losing. And I mean, it had something to do with losing and not repeating, but he was saddened about what he called as two really good dudes, and that's Klay and KD. And he just like, this is supposed to be the best summer of their lives. They're getting a big contract. They're at the peak of their career, and then this happened. It was almost like he felt like guilty, like nothing happened to him. You know, Cousins, is the way he looked at it, he saw this was like a Jordan Peele movie. He said it was like a scary movie. He was like, who's going to die next? Yeah. You know, he said, I just really wanted to get to the end to see if I was going to be alive. Sean Livingston was saying that, you know, we were out there dying. These injuries are something that I've never seen in finals history, except maybe going back to the Lakers days. And even Steph, he almost started another injury. He was so just upset about the pain that I guess his brothers have been through. Then on his way to the shower, he punched the wall and then went in there because he was upset.
Well, he better be careful because they already committed $200 million.
Watch that hand.
I mean, watch that hand. That's number one. Number two.
If I were in the locker room, I'd just say, Steph, it's the fourth quarter, 3-2, and he missed the wall.
There you go.
Oh, you are so wrong for that.
You say that.
You know what you should be for Halloween? A troll doll with the bright hair I used to collect when I
remember for years.
Oh my goodness.
That the reason why it's easy for me to ignore that. The reason why it's easy for me to ignore that is that I remember for years I would say that if it were Bird or somebody like that, I would take them over LeBron for the last 2 minutes, but there's no way in hell I would take them ahead of him for the first 46. There's 48 minutes. There's 82 games. It matters. And so for me, when I look at Steph, I'm not going to look at a waning moment. I'm going to look at overall what he brings to the game of basketball, and I'm not going to disrespect him like that. What I will tell you is this. Steph, part of the reason he's feeling guilty again is because he got his. You see what I'm saying? Steph Curry got $200+ million. Yeah. It was supposed to be KD's turn. It was supposed to be Klay's turn, and so that's living in. You know what? He's got his, and they didn't get theirs. And I think that ultimately they're going to get it no matter what. I think that's fine, but I think that if you're Steph in that moment, you're worried about all of that.
Yeah, and they're legit in pain physically, both of them.
When you talk about Steph, of course, the vast majority of what anyone should, including that's what I experience, is think about how great he is in so many different ways and how he's the engine of this dynasty. This has been an incredible run so far. It's not over, I don't think. You know, I think there are years where they will contend, and I think they got at least another championship in them. Steph, Klay, Dre. But at a certain point, you acknowledge all that. You know you're talking about one of the all-time greats, and now you're splitting hairs. Now you're talking about, you can't get over the fact that it's make or miss. There's no in between. He had the look. It was the last shot going to ever be taken at Oracle by a Warrior. You got it to Steph Curry. It was an incredible look. I mean, like, you had guys in his face.
And he missed. Why the game before? Why didn't he make sure he got that shot?
What do you mean? Who?
Kawhi Leonard.
The game before, he was doubled, so he passed out of the double. And it was,
he's
by the way,
he got it figured out. He didn't win that game for him.
I agree. By the way, Kawhi's not above criticism. Yeah. He could have dribbled it out, made a pass, or tried to make a play. He's not. No one's perfect, but Kawhi consistently has come up big in those moments, and Steph has been something less than his best self in those moments. Yeah. In other moments, he's incredible. I'm just saying, like, what Perk just said, no one's above criticism. At this level, we are splitting hairs, and if Steph hits the shot, they win the game.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought Steph had a great finals, with exception to that last shot. He was beating himself up after that. Said he bobbled it a little bit. He said, I could make it 10 out of 10 times. But if he makes that at Oracle, man, that would have been a hell of a way to send that place off. But the one thing what would they have been in Game 7?
Nothing.
Like, I asked Cousins, like, could you imagine if you guys would have won that game? He's like, man, oh, my God. I don't know.
Cousins is right. Maybe someone else goes down with a catastrophic injury. Maybe they're best to miss a Game 7.
Yeah.
And Steph did show, let me be fair, Steph showed a lot of improvement and maturity under pressure throughout these finals. He did things I have not seen from him.
He contributed to the 2 wins that they won and almost won Game 3. And so when you talk about a guy, listen, Steph Curry is not somebody that's in the conversation for the best player in the world. So we need to understand that when we're judging these guys, as you call it, splitting hairs, that's usually as we're conversing about who's the best in the world. The point that I'm trying to make is that we acknowledge Steph is the greatest shooter we've ever seen, but nobody confuses him with being the best player in the world. So if you're the greatest shooter that we've ever seen and you finish the finals averaging 30, okay, I'm looking at you and I'm saying, excuse me, it's not a choke job or anything like that. You got to make that shot last night. It would have been nice, particularly the last game at the Oracle. That would have been something special. It wasn't meant to be. But it's not like Steph Curry did anything that dissuades us from believing he's still the greatest shooter we've ever seen.
But I'll give it to you, but I felt so bad because I knew what I was going to come out and say today once I saw him miss that shot. I don't want to say that. I wanted him to hit that shot, but I can't say I was surprised that he missed it because consistently throughout his career, until this finals, he misses that shot. And he missed it again. And it was the last shot at Oracle. And it wasn't a great look, but it was a good enough one.
It's a weird play, too. Steph said he thought it was I don't know how this was a great play, or maybe it was messed up along the way. But he should have hit that shot, yes.
Yeah, should have hit it.
All right.